Welcome back to the Comic Cinema Cruise point of view. We are here today to talk about Power, Book 3, Raising Kanan. It is back. And to the Sunday, yesterday was episode 1. And we're happy to have our Power universe back finally. So like it's been a long hiatus. And of course, I'm back for the Power talks with the usual suspects. First of all, we have my girl, Shelly Shell. What's going on, Shell?
What's up, baby? How you doing?
All right, and of course, the man, the myth, the letter himself, Mr. E,
You know
Money.
it. You know it.
Okay, with the wave spinning as usual over there. Looking like Tyreek from Book 2 with the waves.
Oh man, don't call
Hey.
me that, man.
Hey, he should be spinning though. You gotta give it some.
This shit do be spinning.
Yeah, you know. But anyway, Book 3, man. So, how excited are y'all to have it back? Power.
Good. I've been waiting for this universe to kick back up.
Yeah.
It's about time.
Same.
Yeah. So from the stuff that happened last season, let me ask you, Michelle, what were you most what was you most anticipating to get back into this season to find out what would happen about? Or what story you want to follow up on the most?
Rock and her baby daddy.
Okay.
That's what what I'm saying. He faked some people out. He remembers everything, and that's the storyline is going to develop into.
Okay, Detective Howard. All right.
That's what I was looking forward to.
E, what about you, brother?
I was looking forward to seeing how Kanan was dealing with what he did. I thought Omar Epps' ass was dead for sure, at least brain dead or whatever. The miracles they got.
Well, let's get into that. So yeah, we start off with them, Kanan on the beach, stuff like that, and Rock. Raquel has come to pick him up, and apparently he's somewhere in Virginia Beach, and he's been there for the last 3 months. And she's coming to pick him up, talking to, I guess, an aunt or a cousin, and they like, he can stay here. She like, nah, he coming with me. Where I go, he go. And but he's thinking about telling the other cousins that he wish he could stay. So Michelle, that whole scene right there in Virginia, how you felt about that when you saw that happening?
It was a good opener because it bridged how we left off in the last season, where he ended up at. Because we just know Symphony took him somewhere.
Right.
Didn't know that he was going down to Virginia. And they did. I'm glad they didn't build out a storyline of him being down there and what he was doing. It literally dropped him off, pick him up, come back to New York, and let's get it going. So I think it was a good opener and allowed us to easily fall right back into the storyline.
Okay, and what you feel about that first scene in Virginia Beach down there?
It like she said, it definitely did. It also reminded me of a time like. If you remember when we was growing up, Mike, when I got sucked in real crazy in the streets, right? And it reminded me when I would hang with you guys and then hang with the motherfuckers that I don't normally hang with because I'm in something. So it made me think. I understood exactly how he felt when it was like, damn, hanging with them is a whole different feeling than hanging with them. Like hanging with Mike and them was fun. It's fun. It's nothing to be sitting up there worrying about, hearing politics, all this goofy shit, street shit, watching over your back. Hanging with them was peaceful. You get a peace of mind. Hanging with the motherfuckers in the street made you not want to go back to that. So I get it.
Yeah, and yeah, that's true. And then on the drive home as well, we saw her talking to him about, what happened and letting him know that Howard did indeed survive, as we said before. And like you said, lost his memory. But Kanan seemed kind of shook and worried about him being seen. So any follow up on the drive home, Michelle? Think about that? What him, man?
I think that set the tone for the rest of the episode because I think had he led with the notion that homie might be dead, he would have been at ease.
Right.
But because she told him on the way home that he's headed home to New York and the cop
right
that you shot survived, that put all the tension back in him. So that kept his head on the not really, but it kept the tension up and kept his head on the swivel for the rest of the episode.
Okay. Hey, you feel the same way?
Heck yeah. You know he was pussified from that. He was already scared.
Yeah.
He's already scared.
Yeah, because he was like, what if he spot me and recognize me and remember me and shit like that? So he was a little, yeah. This episode actually, to me, I guess, and like y'all said, following up off of what he did, it started showing me like that Kanan really is just a kid, after all is said and
Mm-hmm.
done, a little
Yeah.
bit to me, and that he's still very vulnerable and scared and all these emotions and stuff like that. So, I mean, I don't know how you go from this to later Kanan, but it does show me that, right now at least he's still just an innocent kid, honestly.
Going through the
Um,
motions.
yeah, going through the motions. So we get back, we into New York, and I'm gonna just keep it moving here. We got so they get back to the crib, and but let me stop before that. So let's talk about Marvin. Marvin talking to his lawyer. And apparently the white chick, what was her name? Nikki, right? I think
Mm-hmm.
Tony,
she
Tony.
Tony she done. They ain't got no evidence no more. She was the only witness.
Mm-hmm.
And Marvin like, well, she done while I'm still here. So he like, we still got a couple charges for some reefer, as he said or whatever back in the day. And then he said, so the anger management classes. So we found out that he got to do that, and Marvin only got to sign that. So y'all think about Marvin in the beginning of this episode? There.
I like Marvin, man.
Marvin, my dude. I love
Yeah,
Marvin.
I like Marvin, man. He like real thorough. I like a character that's like that. That's just real thorough. Be catching on to certain shit. Like he may be slow at sometimes, but for the most part, that's one of my
I
favorite
like how
characters.
he always eating. That's what I love about him.
Yo, I love that too. I love
Yeah.
that too. I love that.
Because he had a hot dog with the lawyer too.
Yeah, it's natural.
Yeah.
Especially when you getting money, you be like, so what happened?
Michelle, any thoughts on Marvin in the beginning there?
I have a love-hate thing for Marvin.
Okay.
I like him as his character and who he is as the oldest sibling in the family. But, and I know you're going to touch on it later, his relationship with Jukebox kills me.
Yeah. We'll definitely
She's
touch on
tough.
that.
I'm about to say she's tough though. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jukebox
she
is
tough as
real
shit.
tough.
She
Like
tough as shit. But,
she's tough.
and maybe it's personal things with me with that whole
Probably,
display.
yeah.
Yeah,
And you
but
gotta remember that's back in the day, so
That's
it was even
91.
more.
yeah, him not used to seeing that compared to now is different. Like now, motherfuckers be like,
Now
oh,
it's
all right.
regular as shit. Now it's on
Yeah,
cartoons and shit like
yeah,
that.
right. So now you be like, oh, all right.
Yeah. It's just regular. But 91? Nah, that shit
Nah,
was
that
too
wasn't.
much.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, taboo. So let me pivot from Marvin to go to the other brother Lulu here. So
Lou. Ugh.
yeah. So first thing with Lou, we see is that he's talking to a famous sister, and she in his ear like, when are you gonna get famous going? And what's up with him? He had that one hit, and Lou like, look, man, he got to work, he got to write. And she like, well, he need beats, and Lou like, I ain't giving no beats until I see he writing, because he ain't been
Right,
doing
he
no
ain't
stuff
been
like
doing
that.
nothing.
So she not feeling that, and then he dips off and stuff like that. Meanwhile, when he does, he runs into this other Selena looking chick, and she's singing his stuff and stuff like that.
Selena looking chick.
So basically, he's still into the. I mean,
They do
listen,
look alike though.
right.
They all like it's like, bro.
I thought it was her at first. I mean,
Right. He got a type.
He
He
definitely
got
got
tight.
tight.
He got a
He got a
type.
type.
And it don't look like me.
Right.
He got a fucking type, yo.
Yeah. So anyway, he hear her singing off one of his beats or whatever like that, and give her the card. So basically, we see that basically he's still into the whole studio stuff. So how you feeling about Lou, and also the argument with famous sister Michelle in the beginning there?
Lou should die last season, in my opinion. He's the most useless sibling out of all of them. But I understand his plight because he's trying to do his own thing, and within the music industry, he's trying to tell what's his name sister, like, listen, I'm not about to put out good money chasing a bad situation. So if you want me to give him beats, he gotta write something.
Right.
Otherwise, we just throwing money down the drain. Now, him chasing down Shorty, we already know what that's going to turn into.
Right.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
We already know where that's headed.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't mind where his storyline's going with the whole music industry, but it was going to be interesting is how he develops with Rock and Marvin, because they both saying that he's full of shit.
All right. Well, from famous So another rapper, E, how you felt about what he was telling him about the beats and him writing and stuff like that?
First of all, that made sense. Why am I putting my money in you and you ain't even doing shit? You think you made it already? You ain't make nothing. You ain't even got no bread to pay me back for this
Don't
story
forget
no time.
the streets need a body.
Yeah, the streets need a body. You was damn near telling on the damn song.
I know.
So we're gonna and your sister is not giving me none. She's not messing with me no more. So you dubbed. You're shelved. You're done. She already annoyed me to the point. You're done. You're shelved. Sorry, brother. I found somebody else in traffic. And for me, I like it because he looks like he has an ear for music, and I feel like music in the long run would help her would help the sister's business later on. So I think she should let him continue to get that bread, get
I
that.
mean, if we're thinking power front, right? It could be a front, just like the laundromat was and the hair salon was. I don't know if they're gonna take that turn with it, but I don't think Rock is seeing it in the future. She's seeing it as right now.
Right. That's how
you
she's
know,
looking
you
at
know what
shit.
this is, honestly? It's Lewis Ghost and Rock is Tasha. Right?
Right.
Because Ghost is trying to get out.
Yep.
Right? Same way Lou trying to get out.
Yep.
And and Rock don't want him out. Same way Tasha didn't want Ghost out in the beginning.
Right.
So I feel like it's like that. Like she don't see it. Same way Tasha didn't see the clubs. The same way she don't see the music industry. And Lou is really done. He don't want to shoot nobody no more. He don't want to chase no drugs. You seen what we'll get to that later on. But yeah, I think that's what it is. Lou really just like, I'm done. I think it was he was already kind of trying to be out, but then he almost died. Now he's
I'm
really
about to say he
out.
almost died. Like you got to think about that. He was coughing. He was about to die up in there.
Yeah,
in that house.
Yeah. His
but
brother.
Rock also got a point. He ain't making no damn money. So
That's where I felt
And
that
then
right there.
that one scene, I don't know if you're gonna get to it later
Nah, go ahead.
on.
Yeah,
That
go
one
ahead.
scene when they were at the table and he was trying to give up the location she gave him. And she was
Yeah.
like, so what are you doing? You don't even want to work now? You turning down money, you turning down deals. So that lets you know that he really don't want a part of this shit no more.
Right, but
He's gonna come around and give his counsel as the sibling, as the brother, but he really don't want to get his hands dirty no more.
he bigged his brother up too. I hope his brother caught that. He bigged him up. Like he was like, "Yo,
Marvin's doing a great job."
Yep, Marvin's doing a great job. You might as well give
he
him
was
that.
trying to sell him to Rock to get that location.
Yeah.
Shit.
Right. He knew it though. He game. Remember, she said, what you think about your brother? He said, sound like bitching to me. Like he knew what it was, but I'm just saying, I hope he got that little bit of love he was looking for, because I think that was it.
Well, let's talk about the location. So we see Kanan and Rock driving in. They see Warrell getting hemmed up by the cops or whatever. And you tell them, look, the corners ain't it no more, stuff like that. So Rock got the buildings like the Carter. And shit.
Carter, yo, I'm telling you.
Some old New Jack City shit. So she sent Kanan through. The people won't even go in the elevator with her. So she running the shit for real. And then she take them up top. It's a full-fledged system. The crackheads in there like zombies. Marvin running it, Scrap in there. You know what I mean? They all up in there, and that's where they meeting at and stuff like that. So, hey, let me holler at you about this first. How you feel about how she done set things up, stuff like that? Right?
Yo, I think she's a genius. Yo, she might be even smarter than Wesley Snipes with that shit.
Brown.
Right, yo. First of all, how are you taking care of all the clients? You want all them dudes to carry their groceries. You want them to pay their bills, buy them anything they need, get their medicine. Like, that is very smart. If she could just clean it up a little bit, like it did look a little rough. Like if I lived there, I'm pretty sure my mom would be like, "Man, you ain't going out there with all them damn crackheads and zombies sitting out there in the hallway." So I think she.
But you heard what she said. She said we were gonna mop the hallways now twice a week or whatever, so it don't smell like piss. We're gonna help them with their groceries, like she was.
Yeah, but that's lipstick on the paint,
right?
So if you provide a drug to crackheads who got nowhere to go but down the hall to take the shit, and then they're gonna pee in the corner, it's still gonna smell like a pissy hallway.
Well, yeah, and I ain't never. But go ahead. No, go ahead. I was about to say I ain't never been in a project that did. So that's the crazy part.
Me either. I live in Dolly Homes.
They all smell like they all smell like that, man.
Yeah, but so Michelle, how you feel about the setup, and also how Kanan was looking at it coming through this episode?
I don't know if we could say that we knew it was going to develop into this last season,
Right.
but they were laying the groundwork for that. You know,
Right.
when they had the whole. And the crazy part is that dude is still in that wall.
He is.
Oh shit! I forgot about that. Something in that wall, bacon.
I was thinking about that when I was watching the episode, but you know they were laying the
Damn.
groundwork for this to
I
be
bet you
a
if
focal
they in
point.
there cooking crack, that smell worse than that dude. So they hired him.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah. They are.
yeah, he's been glossed over,
That shit
but
stink.
hmm but no, like I said, we saw them laying the groundwork for this location back in season one.
Mhm.
I think Kanan coming in was surprised at how much of an operation it turned into
Right.
within the 3 months that he's been gone. They literally got the whole building. They got rooftop security that can
Yeah.
see a mile down the road,
Yeah.
apparently. So whereas when he left, his mom and his uncles were doing a little
Petty
operation. He
shit. Yeah,
comes
they had
back
nice shit, but
to a full-fledged operation.
Yeah.
my
So
only
I
problem.
think it got him a little intimidated and shook
Me
because,
too.
like he told his mom, like I was afraid.
Yeah.
I'm what's his name? What's his dad name? Decon. I'm Decon's son.
DefCon. DefCon.
Defcon. I say
Yeah.
Decon like the fucking
Yeah.
roach thing.
I forgot about them commercials.
Right. Right.
I'm Defcon's son. I'm your son. I'm supposed to be about this. But like you said before, with his vulnerability for him still being a child, and then him really seeing what the game is really about, in this current moment, he's not ready for it.
No
But
way.
then that's what Rock said to Symphony. She's like, I know my son. I know who my son is. I know what my son's capable of. Symphony is like, yeah, he's a child, but then she know what she's about to create.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Okay. Got you on that. So yeah, I think you kind of touched on this a little earlier. Well, actually, before we get to that, let's talk about our man Unique. Unique locked up,
Ooh, unique.
but Unique getting out.
And
So
he feeling himself too,
yeah,
boy.
yeah. So turned out that they can't keep him because he wasn't at the park when Howard got shot. He got a good alibi. So Unique getting out. I'm just going to the jail stuff while we're doing this
Yeah,
now.
might
So
as well.
they talk about him getting out, and then as he walking down the hall, he spot this other dude about to be turning somebody's bitch and shit like that. And I don't think he necessarily wanted to help him, but
It
they
just happened. Yeah, I think it just
they
happened that
disrespected
way.
him, so he beat up the dude and shit like that.
But why do I feel that's Rock's worst nightmare right there?
It is. I'm gonna tell you why in a second.
Son
So
looked like a plug.
I'm gonna tell you what it is. But
Yeah.
anyway, so he beats them up and stuff like that, and then he gets out. But just to bring in Rock to it, Rock's plan is to bring in Warrell and take everybody away from Unique. By the time he does get out and get settled,
He has nobody.
He got nobody. So how you feel about Unique and Rock's plan, Michelle? What do you think?
Rock's plan
Trash.
sounds. Hold on. It sounds solid, but it is trash. It sounds solid, but it is trash.
Okay.
She's trying to drown the man.
Right.
And the thing I know about every single hustler on the street is that doesn't work.
No.
Doesn't work at all. He's coming back for vengeance because he knows for a fact that she got his ass set up. She knows.
Yeah.
I mean, he knows that, and she knows that. So I don't think Warrell is going to entertain it, especially now since Unique is out. He's probably going to be coming back to the streets faster than we think he is.
Mm-hmm.
So
I feel like Warrell might, but it'll be just to get on the inside. But
Right,
really down
dangerous,
right.
man.
Yeah, what you think about
that's a risky game because any second that somebody realizes that you flipped on them or snitch, you done.
Yeah, but they all play in these streets though, honestly. So I don't know, but I feel you though. But how you feel about Unique and Rock and her plan and Unique get out of jail and stuff?
Like I thought her plan was solid a little bit. I thought it was solid. I was like, son gonna come home to nothing, you know what I mean? And niggas gonna be like, you washed up, nobody care about your stories, who you used to be, nobody cares. That's what I thought would happen to him.
Yeah.
But the moment he saved that whatever that guy was, whatever he was, it just felt like that's a plug.
So the dude, that's why he said in there, he's like, yo, know who my dad is. So his dad a big mafia guy. right?
Oh.
Right. So what's gonna happen is that he gonna wind up owing Unique a favor, and that's gonna be Unique way to
Did
get.
you read this somewhere? Where did you get that from?
I know my intel. Don't worry about
Oh,
that.
okay.
But no,
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
like that.
He watched the extended version.
He did some research. I know my boy. He did
yeah,
something.
I did some research
Yeah.
on that, but it's funny because I already knew that the mafia was coming from the previews. And then when
Okay.
bro said, "You know who my dad is," I put it together. Oh, because his dad is gonna be the boss, and
Okay.
that's when you're gonna see Unique Rock having problem with the mafia now. Because dude, now he owe Unique a favor. That's how it go.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So he gonna definitely. So I think that's why they put that in there at the early part of it. I think dude might either get out the Italian kid or whatever,
He was
or
Italian. They was calling him Indian and shit.
I don't know what the fuck he
Because the
was.
white dudes was racist.
Well, whatever he was,
Yeah.
I think he gonna get out and he gonna be there for Unique. That way Unique don't really have nothing, stuff like that. Like they will leave him out with nothing. But I do feel like Rock playing. I think Rock is greedy. I think Rock trying to move too fast to quit.
She is. She tell too many people too much shit too. Like I think it's too many heads in that kitchen when it comes to that building. It should just be her and her brothers. That's it. There should be no outside blood knowing about that shit.
Yeah, and I feel like she already trying to get a whole new building. She only had this building 3 months,
right?
So I feel like you trying to build, and they making $75K a day. Like I would sit on that for a minute and then build that. You know what I mean? And I feel like that she's trying to move too fast. So speaking of that, so we talked about the dinner table earlier, and then the part that you were talking about was when they got there, and of course Kanan says what's up to Juke. You know he missed her. Stuff like that, and before that, she finds a picture of like her and her mother, 1975. Says Laverne. I forget the lady name. Kenya and Laverne. So assuming it's her and her mother. So, but Kanan comes in, and they speak. Then they go downstairs, and then Marvin is there. He's like, "What's up, Juke? I ain't seen you in a while." She's like, "You say you made a cookout last week at grandma's house, whatever like that."
Yo, that was funny.
so
like, you right.
Yeah. So he tried to, I guess, rekindle that relationship, but Juke ain't have it. Like you said, she tough. I want to let Michelle get on this first. How you feel about Marvin and Juke right now? What's going on with that situation?
Well, like I said in the beginning of the episode, it really their relationship and their dynamic now post fight really bothers me because, and like you guys said, when you think about the mindset of the average black man in 1991 who was a heterosexual, they don't want no gay shit around them. Let's just be funky with it. So, it goes to the idea of how can you disown your child based on their sexuality? But at the end of the day, that's what the times called for and the environment in which it was in. So, for him to stomp on her heart when he broke that tape like that, really, really put a bubble in my heart for him. I want to pop that bubble. Okay. But at the end of the day, I feel like something's going to happen in the storyline where somebody's going to need somebody. She going to need him or he going to need her. And that's what's going to bridge them together. Unfortunately, I think it's going to be something tragic.
So you feel like they can't come back together, or they will come back together?
They will. Okay. They're getting too much story time together.
Okay.
They will.
What about you? How you feel about Marvin and Juke?
I like it. I actually felt his pain when he was trying to talk to her. I also felt
I miss my baby.
Right. I don't think she sees it like he's seeing it.
Nah.
You know what I mean? Like he's like, yo, all right, I definitely overreacted, and I definitely need to talk to you about how I overreacted. My problem is Rock got a lot of power with that family. Mm-hmm. And she don't never just sit shit down and shut shit down from the rip. She said a little speech at the table about bringing family together, whether you mad at him or not, you still family. That was nice, but she could have went a little harder. Like no matter what, y'all two need to work that shit out. Even if y'all don't want to work it out in front of us, work that shit out. Y'all talk. You go talk to your dad. Like that's what I'm expecting from her, but she's not saying much.
I mean, to your point, it's been 3 months and she was staying at Rock House instead of back home with Marvin. So I would think at some point she should be like, okay, it's time for you to go back home and try to reconcile with your dad. Something. I don't know.
Right, because that's her brother. Like, what the fuck?
Go ahead, Michelle. What you gonna say?
Would
We're
I
looking
want
at
to
it
go
from
live with
men.
somebody? Yeah. As a woman, I can't say as a gay woman, but as a woman, would I want to go live with somebody who beat my ass because of who I am? Not because I did something wrong, but because of who I am. You know.
Probably
So
not.
and
Yeah,
jukebox eyes, I wouldn't want to go back to that nigga either. Cause he had her up on the wall. On
I
the
mean,
wall
she
because
did
trying
spit
to
his
I mean,
face
she
first.
did fuck him up though a little
Yeah.
bit.
I
Like
mean,
she
yeah, but
that's your
you
And
dad
I ain't fuck
shit.
him up. Not
that's
even that. Not even
nah,
that.
nah.
No, not even that because she did girl. So those hits probably even hurt. The spit in his face. That's the one.
That was the one.
Because if I spit in my parents' face, I wouldn't be here talking to y'all when I was
Right,
15. I
right.
promise you
No,
that.
no, you won't. Hell no.
6 feet under.
Right.
Right.
And I mean, she all
um,
spit directly in this nigga's face and shit like that. Like,
And that's what I'm saying. Like, can you imagine if Rock was there? Like, Rock, you would let her spit in your brother's face? No.
like
What?
that.
That's your
yeah,
motherfucker. What? That's your
but
dad.
but
No.
if the shoe was if I was in her shoes and my aunt gave me that safe space, yeah, I would go.
I'm not.
And
But
something would
I
have
don't
to
think
happen.
I don't think E is saying jukebox shouldn't go. He get her part. He think that I think what I'm saying too is that Rock at some point should say, okay, it's been 3 months now, 4 months. When are you guys going to try to fix this? I guess like that.
I get what you said that Rock has a lot of power in the family, but you see where she only flexes her power when it comes to that business. So
Right. That's
everything
it.
else, that's your family. That's your family. That's your family. My son's my son. Your daughter's your daughter. You handle your
Obviously
shit. I
not though.
handle
She
mine.
let her come to her house. So it's
She
more
gonna
than
be
that.
homeless. She gonna be homeless.
No, it was homeless. Yeah, I feel you. Okay.
I feel you. Right. She's not gonna be homeless, but you see what I'm saying though? She flex it on what she want to flex it on. Business. Business comes before everything with
So
her.
at no point, if you were Rock, how long? A year, 2 years? You would say, okay, you got to go home at some point. And you would say, all right, forget it. I mean, at some
If
point,
I
you gotta,
nah, if my niece and nephew came to me and said, nah, like me and my dad got into it, I don't feel safe over there. That's between y'all, but you can feel safe here. You can live here. No questions asked.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to fix it at some point. I mean, you can live here,
It's
yeah.
not my job to fix your family dynamic. It's my job to give you a safe space.
Oh, so you
But
saying Rock should just stay not involved, basically, and just like give her a
I don't
safe
say
space.
I'm not saying she should stay not involved. I'm saying that by her choosing not to, it's still okay.
Okay, all right, that makes sense. I got
But
it.
see, I like her. I like that uncle though. Like for real, I like that. Especially when he was getting on Kanan ass about the jellyfish.
Oh yeah, Marvin.
That shit was funny. That
You
shit
ever been
was
stung by 50
funny.
hornets? No.
That nigga said, "Man, 50 Hornets made you cry." You,
Marvin the best. Like if they take Marvin off, I'll be mad as hell. I ain't
I'll
gonna
be
lie.
mad as hell too, right?
He's the
Yeah.
comic relief. He's the
Yeah,
comedy of the show.
And he gangster. He be doing some gangster shit,
that's
yo.
why you're anger management right now. I shouldn't like that.
Right,
But
I can sign in and just leave, right?
right.
we'll
If he
get to
was
that.
smart, he shouldn't even have asked that shit.
But we'll definitely get to that. So, so outside though, we see kind of touching this already that Kanan does tell Juke, admits to Juke, I would say, that he don't really want this no more. He don't want this life. He don't want to be a drug dealer. He thought he wanted to be in the family business, but he don't want to. And they have nightmares about shooting Howard. So Michelle, like, what do you think about the conversation between Kanan and Juke at that point?
It's funny. Last season, Kanan thought he was hard.
Right.
I'm ready,
Right.
ball.
until he got battle tested. Now, here's the question I have: if Homeboy actually died, would he feel different? If he
Yeah,
actually died, would he
yeah.
feel different?
He'd
Would
be
he be
worse.
as? You think he'd be worse?
Yeah, he'd be worse. And I mean not worse like with his attitude, but he'd be more scared. I
You
feel
think
like
so? Okay.
once you cross that threshold, man, that feeling right there, that shit crazy. Yeah, so I feel like
Well,
he'd be more scared.
for what we know in the future tense of who he turns out to be, you know,
Right,
then
Eventually,
you
but you
only
yeah.
gotta you
matter.
gotta grow into it. You have to grow into that hardness. Everybody's not just, yeah, I just smoked that nigga. Man, niggas be so you gotta like baby boy.
Yeah,
So you
yeah,
gotta he has
you
to
know.
grow into that.
But again, that conversation did show his youth, his vulnerability, and I think he said a line about it. How his mother, I don't know what exactly the line was, but he talked about how can my mom make me do this or something like that.
Nah,
And
I think something like that. But I think it was Juke who said nobody should have made you do that. That was
okay,
horrible.
it was Juke. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
Juke.
yeah.
So at the end of the day, we know that was a bad call. That was a
That was
bad
a
call.
real bad call,
A
man.
real bad
Yeah,
call. But
yeah.
we'll see how it's going to harden him for sure.
No, it
It's
is.
gonna
Yeah,
it's going
she's
to harden
definitely
him.
making him hard. Like I feel like she is definitely. We're missing the point of her trying to make him so dangerous that nobody just takes him out.
Hmm.
Like she's probably gonna have a mad paranoid, mad like. You got to be like that. You have to be paranoid. You to survive. You have to be scary, skittish, paranoid, mean. You have to have all them attributes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. All right, so let's get into Howard a little bit. So Howard, as y'all said, he says he got amnesia, but first he's looking for his damn ring with the nurse and shit in the hospital. And then he get the whole police clap through. He get out of the hospital. They say he no longer have the cancer because somebody had the bone marrow.
Yeah, what the?
So after 3 months,
Maybe getting shot was his
Was the
miracle.
best thing. That's what I just said.
Right,
Getting
right,
shot
right.
for that man was the best thing that happened to him in his life.
When he walked up to Kanan like, you saved my life, son.
Right,
right.
right. That's probably what he's gonna say for real. You saved my life.
Yeah, because low key, even if he came and shoot him, he still might not give him the bone marrow, so he still was going to die regardless.
Right,
so,
right.
But Burke is there to pick him up. She's talking to the doctor like, "Yo, you sure you believe he got amnesia?" And the doctor like, "Yo, you should be thinking about this as a miracle. Like, why you still sniffing around, stuff like that." So,
but the doctor, right? You miss when I got shot. You forget about certain things. You don't literally just go back to it and be like, I mean, certain shit you do, certain shit you remember. Like him. I'm gonna be real. He know who shot him. Point blank. Period. You remember that. You don't forget that. You'll see that nigga in your dream shooting you. You'll be in a dream at a grocery store. You'll be trying to shoot that nigga in the dreams. Like I'm telling you, you know who do it. I don't care. Let's stay masked up.
well, Burke then gives him a ride home, and she sees the Kanan Stark folder still on his desk from 3 months ago. And I'm surprised though that they didn't go to his house when they investigated his murder too. This whole 3 months, by the way, but that's kind of weird.
Right. Files and shit laying around, like right.
Police files and shit. That's like weird to me or whatever like that. But anyway, and he's still saying, "Look, to me, it's a miracle. I don't really care, blah blah blah." Then later on, we see that he is creeping. He creeping going past Rock crib, and he see Kanan outside and stuff like that. And also with him, we see him at the police station, and Burke's still investigating. You know what I mean? Not even on the case, but she's still doing it on her own.
She's too nosy
as well. So what do you think about Howard, but as well as Burt, Michelle, in this season? How that's going about?
First of all, he ain't forget shit, like you just said. He ain't forget shit.
Okay,
because the thing about this situation for him is he has to play it just as close as Rock has to. Okay. Because at the end of the day, the common denominator is Kanan. Yep. Now he knows Kanan shot him, but he also knows Kanan is his son.
Right.
So do you want retaliation on your son? Do you want to put your son in jail? Do you want to kill your son? Those are thoughts that's going through his mind. However, his partner, now that she's seen the folder, she's going to do double work behind his back.
Okay.
Because she's one of those overzealous cops who I want answers. I want like Sacks. I want answers right now. I need answers. I need to know what's going on. So he's gonna, just like in season 1, he's gonna have to play her and 2-time her to get her to calm down, because she's gonna be the one to reveal it's Kanan when I don't think he wants that secret to come out.
Right.
I think he's gonna let it die between the 3 of them. But she's gonna be the one who's gonna push the envelope, like, no, we need to find who your murderer was. Or your shooter.
Yeah. What about you, E? How you feeling about him and his partner there?
I don't like her. I never really liked her. She's too nosy for me.
She gives me Blanca vibes.
Blanca,
yeah. Like, dog, if he's telling you fall back, like fall the fuck back. This is your partner.
Right.
Even if you know he knows something, fall the fuck back. What you trying to open up a can of worms, get him in some shit, get yourself in some shit, fuck around, he gotta smoke you? Like, nigga, fall the fuck back. It's that simple. So I damn sure don't like her. Now, did y'all go into the part where he went into the police station?
Yeah.
To talk to her?
Yeah, talking to her about, and she said, I'm still working the case. Yeah.
All right, so one thing I did not notice when I was in that when they went in that police station, I watched it the second time and noticed it. When he went in there and he saw my man with the patch in his eye.
Scrap.
Scrap. Yeah.
Did y'all hear what that cop said?
No.
See? No. I knew it. I knew y'all missed it. Because I missed it the first time. That motherfucker said, yeah, I'm in here dealing with a belligerent CI. A CI is a confidential informant.
Criminal informant.
Confidential informant.
One of them motherfuckers is telling. I don't know if it's the mom or the nigga with the patch on his eye, but the nigga with the patch on his eye already know too much shit.
Yeah. Scrap. Well, Scrap. Yeah, we'll talk about that too.
Scrap. His mom she's not a real character.
So then he's the confidential informant. Then fuck.
Yeah. Well,
damn.
Let me go back to Burke for a second. So with Burke, I feel like he might be trying to protect her. Honestly, Howard. I feel like listen, these people shot me. They will shoot the hell out of your ass.
Hell yeah.
So you need to fall back off this shit because, they know me. They don't know you. So they would definitely kill your ass quick. So I feel like that's part of it. I feel like with the Kanan situation, I feel like that he don't want to arrest Kanan for shooting him because I think deep down, right. I think now he know that Rock had to put him up to it.
That. Yeah, he knows
right.
That. Everybody would think that. Like if you was just him personally, you would think that bitch made my son shoot me. I can't wait to catch her slipping.
Right.
Yeah, because technically, as far as he's concerned, Kanan doesn't have anything against him.
No, because he don't even know he's his dad. Right.
So I feel like if I just arrest Kanan for shooting me, then Rock still go free and still do what she do.
Right. So he know.
Trying to build something. I think he gonna be really, really sneaky and try to build up something on Rock.
See me, I feel like he is gonna be Rock's savior. I feel like he is Rock's savior again. I also feel like just off of him hearing that confidential informant, that's gonna fuck Rock head up when he bring that information because he definitely gonna bring that information.
Well, how Scrap got arrested. First of all, she told him stop
gambling. Simple.
He down there gambling at his mom's spot, and then the mother, and then they get raided, stuff like that. And now, apparently he had confidence for him. But on the other part of it is that on the other side of the coin, we heard Rock telling her brothers later on that we gonna give the new building to Worrell, and Scrap gonna be mad because of the fact that we're going over him, but I'd rather give it to Worrell to get Unique out the picture. So I feel like that's maybe why Scrap might really turn against them because he's getting, pushed over for somebody else.
Yeah, I feel like that argument he gonna have with her about him getting locked up over the gambling shit is gonna cause rift, and then from there it's just gonna go bad.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, but once they find out he is CI, it's gonna get real bad.
Because listen, I was watching that shit and I ain't paid no mind the first time. The second time he was like, "Yeah, that's a belligerent CI." I'm like, "CI? Who the fuck is the CI?" And I look in the room, this boy and his mom. I'm like, "Oh." And what Rock do got that nigga all in the business.
But I think he might.
See, in season 1, they talked about how much he was a loyal soldier. Remember that?
And I think he might be on the fence, honestly, with the CI part. And I think when she push over him with Worrell, it's gonna make him go deeper into the CI part. And that's what's gonna cause the issue. Stuff like that. They mentioned that for a reason about him not being happy that he getting pushed over for Worrell. So I don't know how that's gonna go down, but he dumbass anyway. Should have been gambling like he told him not to be gambling and stuff like that. So
he is a dumbass.
Be addicted, like they said. He betting on French fries and shit. So which was crazy.
He goes, "I'm gonna get you the whole baggage, the whole luggage set."
That was his mom, right? She said, "My son gonna buy me a Fendi bag." I said, "What the fuck?" Whatever. All right,
that shit was funny.
Sorry, so that's Howard and Scrap, and then we talked about that. So then we go back to the like you said about Marvin in the class, and he tried to go in and sign in. And then just dip. And Shorty like, nah, where you going? He like, I was told I only had to sign and leave.
We know where that's going.
I don't know.
Mm.
We know where it's going, but how is it going though? Is she gonna try to help his anger? Is she gonna be a person that can help him
Oh,
with
she
that?
gonna help his anger, all right.
I mean, she ain't just there to fuck though. I'm saying what storyline wise where it's going. I'm saying, or whatever.
Exactly where it's going.
Nah, it's got to be deeper than that. There could be any girl for that. When they give you lines, it got to be like some story they're trying to put to it or whatever like that.
What shorty y'all talking about? I was looking.
The therapist.
Yeah, the anger management therapist.
I think he boning that. He gonna be boning that.
Yeah, that's
We know that part, but what the storyline part of it is, I'm saying, like, we all think she's gonna play a role, like talking to him. What she gonna be talking about is what I'm saying, or whatever. Like, what do you think she's gonna be doing for Marvin?
I think she's gonna keep him from
She
a
can bone
high
anybody.
Right.
They put a therapist for a reason.
Right, but I feel like because he's still hot headed. My nigga, didn't he crash the car, get out, still start busting, boom, 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 like that.
So you think she gonna help him with his high head?
Yeah, he gonna be smarter. He gonna be smarter. I think she's gonna make him do little smarter chess moves on the board. He needs it.
He needs it, but I don't think he's gonna divulge too much information either.
Oh nah, he ain't one of those. Yeah, he not one of those. Nah, he ain't saying nothing.
And she's gonna dial that down to a sweet spot to try to get him to talk about what he does. Just like what's the other one we watch?
You know what?
Force with Diamond and the reporter chick.
You know what? In the beginning of the episode, right? It hit me. The chick back at Virginia, she said she was going. She wanted y'all to move. Her mom was gonna have them move to Virginia, but then something happened with Marvin back in the day, and then they cut it. I think he might divulge whatever happened back when they were younger to the therapist. That's what the storyline like that.
Something happened with Marvin back in the day.
Yeah, I bet you something happened with their dad that we never hear about.
Okay,
honestly, so
I see that.
Yeah, and
I also got a Fresh Prince vibe from that shit too. When she was like, "Oh, I want him to stay and go to school."
I think you might get more insight. They're trying to give you more insight to Marvin and his character. That's what they're trying to do.
Who he is, what he's about.
I like his character though. I'm not going front. I definitely like his character.
He a writer for sure.
Right. Definitely like his character.
Because wasn't he cast out from the family last season and fought his way back?
Got his way right back in there.
There we go. Yeah, that's what I think. I think that's why they did. Because I said, got to be a therapist for a reason. Or whatever. Can't just be for sex. They could have got to go off the street for sex. Or whatever. So Michelle's like, you know where that's going. I'm like, what about the story? And whatnot. Just like I think that the girl with Lou, we're going to get it's something about her they're going to talk about too.
Zaza?
Yeah.
I think she's just going to blow. I think that's going to be Lou's first joint to blow and get there. But I don't know if she's going to get big and leave him.
When the camera panned to Jukebox when she walked in, that also broke my heart. Because I don't know if you remember that scene in the diner.
Oh, shit.
That scene in the diner last season where she was like, you get him all this studio time. What about me? And she a whole singer.
Right. That did break her heart. I did realize that when she was looking at her. Like, what the fuck? I could sing that. Or I could sing better than that.
I think Lou don't think Juke can sell. Not singing, but like her look. Honestly, her like the uncle. And he don't want to say it to her.
Right.
That's what I really think. Honestly.
She's not going to doll up. She's not going to get get the views from the men and the women and Yeah, I feel that.
Because remember, even though they know she gay now, she was a tomboy her whole life. He's seen that shit, Lou.
Yeah.
So I feel like he don't think that she can, you know what I mean, be able
like
to
how Tomboy gonna sing that record that girl was singing just
I
in
love
the car.
You, yo.
And again, ain't like it is now. Like now you got Janelle Monáe in fucking business suits and shit singing.
Yeah,
but
right.
But back you do
with black hats on.
Right. But back then you see that shit like nah, we ain't doing that shit. So I feel like just things it's just changed. So and I guess that's about it for this episode. Of course, the last conversation with Kanan did tell his mom. Do you think she really genuine when she said when she really feels like, okay, if you don't want to do it, you don't got to do it, or she really like upset with him about like saying he don't really want to be in the game right now? Michelle, let me ask you that.
I don't think she upset. I think she's gonna push the envelope slower. Not as hard. I need to be where he at. A little slower.
He always got it.
Always. straight up. But yeah, I think she's gonna push the envelope slower because they introduced him to the game last season, and then boom, she just dropped them on him. Go kill this guy, and we show that he was. It's shown that he was not ready for that. So I think for him to be as close to her as she wants him to be, she still has to continue to develop him into that part of the family and that part of the family business, and bypass his youth and his immaturity when it comes to handling it.
Okay. E,
It's still gonna be there because we know the end story.
right?
It's just
all right.
What do you think with her and Katie? You think she's gonna be like cool for right now? Or?
I think she's steamed. I think she's pissed, and I think she's hot.
Okay.
I think she's pissed off of what old boy told her. She like, oh, I know my son.
Oh, Stephanie, yeah.
Oh, you know your son. Your son
like
was
Stephanie.
scared. Your son was shook. Yeah,
Stephanie don't fit, man. If I was him, I'll leave her alone, yo. Honestly, he crazy. I'll be like, fuck you, then. I'll be done.
Because you could tell he really like her. But my problem is she don't listen to him enough.
Yeah,
and that's the problem. You got to listen to a nigga like that.
Stephanie, but she don't listen to nobody. Rock. That's
right. That's a
she
problem.
Listen to no man. She don't listen to no man.
And that's a problem, especially when he telling you that your seed was not fit. She thinking her. Look, think about it. She thought the whole time Kanan was probably down there like, yeah, nigga, I body something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, nah. Kanan was trying to get that shit out of his mind. He ain't want to relive that situation. He wanted to play video games. He wanted to be back to a kid. He wanted to go back to what his youth is really about.
Well, I guess we're gonna see what happens, man.
She gonna flip on you. I'm telling you, she gonna we probably gonna get the illest speech of her talking shit to Kanan.
Oh, and the last thing we see, of course, is Howard walking up to Rocket the Park. I think that's gonna go down. Michelle, any thoughts on that?
Ooh. It brings it back to the conversation we had. They gonna he's not gonna snitch on Kanan, and he knows that she set him up to do it. So we're gonna, hopefully within the next episode or two, we're gonna see what that conversation is about, and how they're gonna push the rest of the season.
Right. Because if I'd have walked up on, I'd have been like,
well, it wasn't even a walk up. Obviously, it was set up because that's the part that he got shot at.
Right.
So,
it was set up for that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, it was set up for them to meet.
I think she coming to make sure that he not gonna tell on Kanan, but I don't know what he gonna tell her.
I think. Well, we don't know. She thinks that he doesn't have any memory. Right. So that's what I'm looking forward to. For him to tell her, bitch, our son shot me.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I was gonna go just like this. He better go just like this. You miss, bitch.
Straight up.
And straight look at her right in her eyes, like, yo.
You know what it feels like, bitch. Though? It felt like the Rock been on cloud 9 for the last 3 months. He was in the hospital. Unique was in jail.
She was running.
She was running. Now all her enemies are coming back to her.
Right.
He out. Unique out.
Right.
I feel like, it's like one thing where like they show you how great things are for her right now. But it's about to all crumble. Like right ready for it.
Hell yeah, that shit about to crumble. See eyes, fucking Lou. Yeah, Lou want to do his own thing. Shit. They already don't like both of the brothers don't like the sound of bringing Unique on board or anything.
No, and you know what? I'm mad if I was Lou too, bro. This nigga tried to
kill me, right?
Oh, Worrell.
Yeah, Worrell. Yeah. You want to bring him on? Nah. If it wasn't for Marvin, Lou would have died.
Right.
So nah, man, I'm good.
Marvin ran that burning house.
Yeah, like you can't be with me and you try to kill me. I'm gonna shoot you. I'm sorry, Rock.
First of all, you can't come around after you done tried to do something to my mans or my brother. Like y'all got shit fucked up over here. I don't care what Rock say.
Right. I'm gonna shoot
and honestly, she said the line when she was serving food. She's like, bring your enemies closer. But I don't really believe in that statement.
Hell no. That's too dangerous.
Personally. Too dangerous.
Now, watching your enemies to bring them closer, like to watch them is different. But to bring them in your circle, no.
Especially you want to give Worrell a whole building, he gonna know how you run shit. Like
he's gonna know everything.
Right. And see, By that look on his, so they pan the camera for him to look at their Range Rover as they pass by, and then they pan the camera to see his face as he's looking at the gate and shaking his head. It's gonna be a hard road for her to try to build up loyalty from him. It's not happening.
Right.
It's not happening.
I don't know why she think niggas roll over so easy. That's my problem with her. Where the fuck in the game do you think niggas roll over so easy?
I don't know.
Niggas make shit hard, nigga.
Like I said, I think she on her greed shit, but in that game, that's mostly what it is. You never satisfied. And I think she's never satisfied. Right now, she Gucci, you know what I'm saying, with the building, 75K a day. She should be straight, but nah, she want another building. She want more. That's gonna be her downfall. So, but I'm excited about us being back. We'll be back, hopefully next Sunday. 7:30, same time, same channel, stuff like that. Michelle, as always, thank you for coming on. So happy that we back. I'm sure now everything will be back powered, and we'll go to the book 2 and 3 and all the rest of them and stuff like that.
That's what I was about to ask y'all, but I'll wait.
Book Tate show got canceled though. Apparently they ain't doing that. So but
really,
they canceled Tate.
Yeah, the cancel Tate show influence. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, do we really want to see that?
Yeah.
I'm good.
Nah, who the fuck is Tate right now?
Right. He can just stay on book 2 to me. He be straight on
right. He's straight on book 2.
He can stay there, but his own storyline, I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
Right. What makes you think we want to see politics, motherfucker?
Right. We turn CNN on. I'm good.
Are you gonna watch BMF this year, Michelle? Because you didn't watch it, right?
Maybe.
I'm telling you, yo, you would like it. You would like it, yo.
Okay.
Watch BMF so you catch up to us. Binge watch so we can watch it this year when it comes out. Stuff like that.
All right, so here's the deal. Next Sunday at 7:00, we start at 7. Before we come on live, I'll tell y'all that I watched the first episode. We can talk about it.
All right, bet. Next Sunday, 7:00. You heard that?
Yo, I heard it.
7.
I heard you. I heard y'all.
Hey, TJ, 7:00 if he here. All right. Well, thank you all for watching. Make sure you always like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And we'll see you guys next week. All right.
Holla.
Peace. Holla.